Stem cells and the future of regenerative medicine. Okay. You look down, you see the National Academy Press, Washington, D.C. Copyright 2003. Okay. The reason why I'm doing this video is to raise awareness by this particular science. Okay. Stem cell has been making a lot of noise in the scientific community. It's been all in the media. Every time you turn around, there's a commercial about it. Every time you turn around, there's something online or an article or something being out talking about this particular subject. Stem cell has a lot of use and potential. Okay, so right now, stem cell is being used to help combat disease and to heal. Heal like people with like diseases like HIV or cancer, etc. But there's recent talk about stem cell combined with human nanobots. This theory is that the human nanobots and stem cell can help fight back molecular garbage and repair cells, and to create a immortal biological body. Okay, not to say that you're gonna be immortal. You still can die, but your body practically is gonna be immortal. You'll be, let's say, an 80-90-year-old man with the body of a 20 or 30-year-old. So stem cell not only has the potential of combining with nanotechnology to create an immortal body, it also has the potential of creating man and a woman without having parents. Yes, it has potential in aiding in creating man without a man and a woman. This science is highly overlooked in the conscious community. We don't hear a lot of guys talking about this stuff, surprisingly, because just last year they made an advancement where before I know you guys probably heard of test tube babies and stuff like that. Well, actually, the test tube baby is not really made in a test tube, but it was made in a petri dish. And without sex, they took a woman's embryo, a woman's egg, a woman's egg, and a male seed, and formed a zygote and let it develop into an embryo, and then they put it inside the woman's fetus, and basically it's not too much different than on artificial insemination when you take a male sperm and you just basically insert it into a woman's vagina. But the advancement that they made last year was that they did not need a woman's ovum to create the fetus. To create the embryo. They did not need the woman's ovum to create the embryo. So advancements are stem cells making progress lightning fast. Okay, this is the subject that is gaining speed, and we do not know how the future this type of science is going to bring upon the earth. Okay, it's not expensive to buy the supplies. You can do your own research. Probably going to be the most expensive tool is probably going to be the microscope, which you're not going to need an electron microscope. Okay, cells in this case is not that small. Okay, it's much bigger than atoms. Okay, so it might cost you around $2 to $5 grand for a microscope, and then the growth factors and the chemicals might run you some money, but I promise you it's not going to be that expensive to create your own lab, and you can do your own research at home. You don't need to go to college, I repeat. Okay, I encourage you guys to develop some mental literacy and learn how to study on your own. Don't rely so much on these colleges, which really these professors are not really good teachers in the first place. I speak from experience, having gone to college. I know that majority of the time I'm home doing my own studying, and a majority of the subject I get the understanding on my own, not from the professor. Now, granted, you have added benefits for going to college, like the professors can raise awareness on certain things you might have overlooked. He could teach you. He could send you articles, and you might even go to like events and meet other people in the field and other scholars in the field. You could also raise awareness on grants and stuff like that. So those are indeed benefits that a lot of times are being overlooked. But if you're one of those guys that have not decided that you want to go to college, and you're thinking about, hey man, let me go get a trade, let me go to a vocational school or a technical school, okay, that's not a bad idea. But if you do decide you want to go to college, I encourage you to take the most difficult classes, okay? If you're not going there for business I suggest is very good, okay? But if you're not going for business, I suggest taking very difficult classes, okay? I'm talking difficult, like classes that is gonna be hard for you to study on your own. And I'm talking like high level math, high level physics, okay, high level chemistry, okay. Those are chemical engineering, not really a degree in chemistry. Chemical engineering, okay. A degree in chemistry is practically useless, okay. So if you're not gonna do that, I just highly advise you not to waste your money on college. Instead, go do a trade. Okay, a trade you can pass down to your children if you have children in the future, and it doesn't take as long. It doesn't take as long for a college degree. Associates is around 2 to 3 years. A bachelor's is around 4 to 5 years, and it only takes you like 1.5 to 2 years to get a trade. Sometimes 4 years if you're gonna keep going, which you don't really need to. And you can get work really fast. You can get into the work field really fast with a trade. Okay. Now let me get down to what I want to tell you guys. Stem cells are unspecialized cells that can self-renew indefinitely, and they can also be differentiate into more mature cells with specialized functions. In humans, stem cells have been identified in the inner cell mass of the early embryo, in some tissues of the fetus, the umbilical cord, and placenta, and several adult organs. Okay. When a stem cell is found to give rise to multiple tissue types associated with different organs, the stem cell is referred to as multipotent. Okay, so basically, when you have an early embryo, basically you have a collection of human cells. Now these human cells, okay, they do not have a specific function yet, but depending on the chemical signals and the location where it is, okay, the cell can then transform into like a muscle cell or a organ cell, depending on the location and the chemical signal it gets. Okay, now what stem cells is basically a human cell that has a human cell that has the potential to duplicate itself. And not only it has the potential to duplicate itself, it has to have that ability to transform into different type of cells. Okay, that's key. Okay, when it says multipotent, that refers to its ability to change into different type of cells. Okay, that's very important. Okay, so you could continue to go do your own research on this. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time, but yeah, this is a highly overlooked science. I advise you guys to do some research on this. It's not sharpen your mental literacy, guys. Mental literacy meaning your ability to gain information is using the via the internet. You don't have to always read books. You don't always have to go to college or go get a trade to gain knowledge out here. You know, there's many platforms out there that can give you free education, man. There's even online degrees, and they call them digital degrees or nano degrees they got out there. You know, you could get certifications. Okay, there's all type of apps that's in the Play Store. Okay, and you can download these apps to further your educational interests. Okay. There's also a website out there where you can download all the textbooks that you need for a specific subject that you're researching, and this website is called Library Genesis. Okay, the United States been trying to take that website down. It's a Russian site because you can download any text, you can download any book completely free. Okay, and that's where I get these books from. Okay, so you could download any textbook, any book you need. You could basically go look up the syllabus or look up the text that you need when you're trying to research a specific skill, trade, or science. Download all the texts that you need and study them. Okay, and don't just regurgitate the information. Really dig in deep and try to figure out if these guys are telling you the truth or not. Okay, there's a lot of misinformation going on in the science community. Okay, it's important to maintain a skeptical mind.